Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how I created this fox eye look. I incorporated a lot of tips and tricks that I've seen from a lot of different videos and TikToks. So if you want to see how I did this look, then just keep watching. So because this look requires me to put tape on my eyes because I'm going to kind of carve them out and I want a really defined line there, I'm going to start off with my eyes first. Normally I start out with the face, but we're gonna start with the eyes. I'm gonna take my MAC Painterly paint pot. You can use a concealer, basically anything to just kind of cancel your eyelids. That sounds really weird, but you just want a blank canvas for this look so that we can really start to shape things out. So I'm gonna use this one. I think I said Painterly. This is soft ochre, my bad. But it's just like a concealer color. You don't need this one, you just need a concealer. Okay, so now that we're up close and personal, I'm going to take my paint pot and I'm just going to start to basically cancel out my eyelid. And I'm not flicking you guys off, I'm just blending this in. So once that's blended in, the palette that I'm going to use today, it's this one right here. It's the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette, and it looks, if I can open it, that would be nice. Oh my god, why am I struggling so much? Okay, so it looks like this. It's just all of your basic matte colors. It's perfect for this look because this look is all neutrals. Just so that I can give you guys some more alternatives that are a little bit cheaper. This palette right here is the Milani Soft and Sultry palette. So it looks like this. It has more basically neutral, more cool tone neutral looks. And then these ones are super accessible right now. You can get them pretty much at any drugstore and they're $3. They're the E.L.F bite-sized shadows. And these are amazing. You can basically use all of the matte colors in this to create a really, really nice fox eye look. So just wanted to give you guys some options. So I'm going to take the shade Heaven, which is just a matte white color. Oh my god, I think I got it on my nose, but this palette smells so good. To kind of carve out my eyes, I'm going to use some Scotch tape. You want to kind of put it on the back of your hand just so that it kind of gets rid of most of the sticky part. That way you're not pulling off your skin. So you just kind of want to put it right where your lower lash line is, kind of meet that line. So just follow the shape of your lower lash line and just place the tape right on the edge of that. I'm going to take the shade Au Naturel and I'm going to take fluffy brush. This is just a very basic crease color, and I'm just gonna work that in my crease. As you work it out, you're gonna kind of flick it outwards, and because that tape is there, it's gonna basically make that all flow in the direction that we want. So you can kind of be messy with it, it doesn't really matter, but just really work on kind of carving out this crease. Doing the same thing for this eye. I'm one of those people that likes to do each step on each eye. I can't finish one eye and then do the other eye. I have to do each one as I'm going. Most important part is to just flick that eyeshadow out so that it looks like your eye is just all going in that direction. So now I'm taking this brush. This is the E.L.F eyeshadow C brush, and I'm going to take a bit of the shade right here. It's called Less is More, and I'm just dipping it there, basically just a little bit deeper, and this one's also a lot more neutral. I'm gonna draw a V shape on my outer corner right here. And then I'm gonna take the shade Sexpert, which is just a dark brown color, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to draw that V shape, but I'm also going to connect it a little bit right here. And it's okay if it looks messy, we're going to blend everything out in a bit. You definitely don't want to bring that color much into your lid space, which I kind of feel like I did, but it's okay. I can just kind of brush it off. And I'm going to take this fluffy brush that I used in the beginning to just kind of fluff everything out. I'm going to go back into this Less is More shade, that just like neutral brown color, and I'm just going to blend everything out. So there's the eyes right now. And at this point you can basically take off your tape because that's it for the eyeshadow pretty much. So if you can see, we have like that really clean cut line. Obviously it looks weird because I have no makeup on, so it's just kind of weird, but it's all gonna come together with the eyes and everything. Now I'm gonna go in with a liner. So I'm gonna use this Too Faced Better Than Sex. Basically any liquid liner is gonna work for this, and you're gonna start that liner right here and then go outwards. Don't bring the liner in. Oh man, it's really hard to do camera. It's really hard to do liner on camera. So if you feel like you're getting the liner kind of all over the place like I just did, I'm taking a cute tip and I just spilled this everywhere, all over. This video is a mess. So there we go. And that liner right now is a little bit more stark than I would want it to, but it's okay because we're gonna smoke it out. And then I'm gonna do the other one. I'm gonna do this off camera because I can't do this on camera. Okay, so they might not be sisters, but I think that they're related. This one's, I don't know. Anyway, it's okay because we're gonna fix that. So this eyeshadow that I've been using doesn't have a black shade. So you're gonna just want a black eyeshadow. I'm actually just gonna use the one from this one. It's the Truffles, and I'm just gonna use the flat, just an angled brush. And with that, you're just gonna smoke that out basically. And then with like a flat brush, I'm just going to just smudge it out. You just want to make this very smoked out. And I'm also going to take this brown shade right next to the black. Okay, so then we're gonna do like the ultimate fox eye trick. So with that flat brush, I'm gonna pick up that brown color. People usually do black, but I feel like it's a little bit more wearable and looks a little bit more natural when you have brown. So I'm just gonna extend that inner tear duct right there. So before we finish out the eyes, I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera just because it's just a long process. And I use the Anastasia Dipbrow pomade in dark brown. And after I do that, I go in with like a brow pencil. I'm just using this E.L.F one right now to just kind of fill in any sparse areas after I've used this. To set them, I use the Almay brow styler. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that right now and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished doing my eyebrows. They look kind of crazy and intense right now, but once all of the face makeup and the eye makeup is complete, it'll all fall in place. For foundation, today I'm going to use the Loreal Fresh Wear foundations. I'm a little bit tan, so the pale one is not exactly my color, and this really tan one is also not my color, so I'm going to mix them both. This is 460 Golden Beige and then 485 Golden Sun, so I'm going to mix them together. I'm not putting on primer today. Sometimes I don't put on primer, it's just like how I feel. My face is prepped as far as like moisturizer and stuff like that, so I'm probably gonna end up doing like a skin prep, kind of like how I prep my skin before makeup, because I always have like a whole regimen that I do. I have to like get my face prepped, otherwise it just looks gross. I have really dry skin, so that doesn't really help me out. Oh, something you guys are gonna notice that might be super weird. I don't put on foundation on my forehead, and I know that that sounds so weird, but I am very prone to getting little, I think it's called malassezia, and they're just like basically like these clear bumps that you get all over your skin. And I'm getting them, I have some on my cheeks right now, but usually they're really bad on my forehead right here. And any sort of foundation always breaks me out. I've tried a million foundations and they all do that. So now I just kind of let that area be. That just means that you really have to get a really good foundation match. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna be looking orange here and a different color here. But what I like to do is like I'll kind of like blend it in. Like that's as far as I'll go. I do put bronzer up there just to kind of like balance everything out. And bronzer doesn't break me out. It's just like something that I do. I'm probably gonna have to like mention that in every video because I feel like I'm gonna get comments of people being like, she forgot to put on foundation on her forehead, and it's just like, girl, no I didn't. I will literally look like sandpaper, and that's not a cute look. I have figured out how to get my skin in check every time I do feel like I'm getting those bumps. I'll probably do like a whole skincare video on that because I think that that'd be really helpful because I know that a lot of people get them. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer. So the concealer, okay, I'm trying to close this and I'm struggling. There you go. The concealer I'm gonna use is the most basic one there is, the Tarte Shape Tape. I haven't used this in a hot minute, so I figured I would use it today. And the powder I'm gonna use, I have my powder like every time I put on concealer, I have my powder like right next to me to just go in right away, because if I wait even 2 seconds, I look like a crepey mess. I just have like severely dry skin. I think this is, let's shake it. Translucent. So I just put some on the cap right there, so that's all ready for me to use. The trick for this look that I've been seeing all over TikTok, and I need to stop watching TikTok. So you put it right there and then you put it right here. And that gives you like that lifted cheekbone look. And people put it right here too, and like right here, but I'm not gonna do that because I crease really badly right here. And I work on one eye at a time because I just like to like blend it, set, and then just like be done, and then I do the other one. And then here you kind of like want to angle your sponge, that way you're like blending this upwards, and that'll give it a crisp line right there too. And I'm gonna take a different sponge to set, and I am going to bake a little bit. Oh my god, I put so much. Oopsie. You know what I was saying about crepey? Okay, I put way too much. I never bake with this much. Oh my god, it literally looks like snow is falling because I have powder everywhere. I'm not gonna let that bake for too long because I don't like when it starts getting too dry under there, so I'm just using a brush. I kind of like to like pat the powder in because if you kind of swipe it, I feel like it takes off some of the product, like your concealer with it, and it just looks weird. So I'm just kind of like patting it out. To set the rest of my skin, I'm going to use this Rimmel Stay Matte powder just because it's affordable, it's easy. And I do put some powder up here on my forehead just because like there's no product there, but I still kind of get a little oily even though I'm dry. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up my eyes. So I'm going to curl my lashes. Oh. I have foundation all over me. That's so nice. Wow. Honestly, like this video is a mess, but like it's my first video. Like what do you expect? I'm going to use my Voluminous Carbon Black mascara that I got foundation all over. This is my favorite mascara for some reason whenever I do falsies. By the way, sorry if I like look over here a lot. My viewfinder is there, so I'm trying to just make sure that I'm in frame and that I'm recording. You can leave this here, and if you're going to just leave it at mascara, make sure you put a lot more mascara on the outer corner just so that it can, you know, go along with this whole eye lift look we have going on. Oops. So for eyelashes for this look, obviously you want something with like a flare. So I'm gonna use these ones. The packaging is like flipped over there. The eyelashes like are in the back. But this is what they look like. Basically, it's going to give you that like flared out look. They're the Eylure with Thalia collaboration. I'm not really sure who that is, but they're really nice eyelashes. So good job, Thalia. I don't know if these are sold anymore. I feel like I got them a little while ago. I'm pretty sure you can still get them like at Ulta or something. But if you can't find these, you can also use the Ardell Demi Wispies and just cut them. I always cut my lashes because I like that flared look. So I'm going to use them with this Kiss glue. And make sure that when you put this, you put more glue on like the ends of the lashes just so that they don't come up. When you're putting on your eyelash, don't put it on the edge of your eyelash like you would normally. Put it right where your eyeliner is. That way you're just kind of extending it. It's kind of hard to explain. So you're basically going to stick it on as you would on the inner part, but then the outer part you're gonna kind of raise up instead of like putting it right by your eyelash, and that will create that lifted look. I did that on this eye, so it just looks like everything is going in that same direction with like the eyeliner and everything. Can you see my dog? Oh, hi, cute. And so to kind of make this easier, I'm just gonna kind of use a tweezer. So I'm just sticking that down. And then with this outer corner, I'm putting it right on the edge of my eyeliner. It's okay if it kind of like deforms it or makes it look a little weird at first, because you can just fix that. That creates like a really lifted look. And then I'm just gonna take my eyelash curler, blend both lashes together. So if you can see, now we got like ultimate cat eye going on. Now I'm gonna take this black color that I used in this little palette again with that flat brush. For the lower lash line, you're gonna wanna do just a little tiny bit. Don't go all the way in. So with this dark brown color, just connect those two together, like the upper and the lower, basically like from there to down here. So not to really define the upper lash line, I'm gonna take a black liner. You can use any black liner. This one's the Ardell eyeliner gel, and this is a really good waterline eyeliner. It stays for so long and it's super black. So I'm gonna just lift my eye. Oh, just stabbed myself. And then I'm also gonna put a little bit of this just on the outer corner right here. And that's it. I'm not gonna bring it in. And then I'm just going to take back that flat liner and fix this inner part a little bit now. If you want, you could even add a little bit of like liquid liner. This one makes it a little bit more intense, so you can just stick with the eyeshadow. Just gonna kind of smoke it out. So now that I have like this really fierce and just like really structured eye going on, I'm gonna work on really structuring the face. So I'm gonna first contour and then I'm gonna bronze. A contour powder that I really recommend is this Pixi powder. It's just like a super cool tone powder, but that's just what's gonna give you like the ultimate cheekbone. And I'm gonna just use this little angled brush from E.L.F. So I'm just dipping in and go right here. Whenever you're putting down your bronzer or your contour or whatever, that you go right on your bone instead of your hollow, because if you go too low, as you're blending it out, it'll just keep going lower and then you just get that really muddy look. So if you go in initially a little bit higher than where your cheekbone is, as you blend it down, it'll fall right where your actual cheekbone is. So I go a little bit higher. To contour my nose, I take this little brush and I just do like a line, and then you want to connect it up here. And then I go right underneath the tip of my nose. Do like a little thing right here, kind of create like a little bulb nose, bulbous nose, I don't know what it's called. And you can also put some on your jawline to just really sculpt that up. Okay, and then now I'm gonna bronze. So for bronzer, I'm gonna use my Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm just gonna go everywhere with that. So I'm gonna go on top of that contour, kind of warm it up. I feel like I want to make a whole video about like contour and bronzer and all of that, because I have friends that ask me that too, like they don't know the difference or they don't know exactly where to place it, and so I think that would be a really informative video. Normally what I do whenever I bronze, I kind of like bring it up to my temples right here, but for this look you don't want to do that because you want to keep this area very highlighted so that it just looks really raised. So I'm just focusing like right there. Like I said, I do put bronzer on my forehead, but that's all as far as product goes. And as far as blush goes, I'm not really gonna put on blush for this because I want everything to just stay very structured. So for the last part, I'm just gonna do highlighter. So again, with highlighter, you don't want to get too carried away. So my favorite, absolute favorite highlighter, and it's from the drugstore. It's a few bucks. It's the Essence Pure Nude. It just gives you the most like glow from within highlight. It's very, very, very comparable to Hourglass. I'm gonna use this brush and just put it right on the cheekbone. And then for the tip of my nose, I like to take my finger because otherwise the brush kind of makes it go everywhere. I'm just putting some right at the tip of my nose and then just some right here on the bridge. And you can also put a little bit right here. Highlight my brow bone. And you can also put a little bit on your inner corner, kind of like around where that liner is. So all that's left to do at this point is lipstick, and for lipstick you can go in with anything. But I feel like the best color that fits this look the best, I said best like 40 times, would be like a nude lip. So that's what I'm gonna do, and it's drugstore lips, so let me show you. I'm gonna start off by lining them first. Actually, no, I'm gonna start off first by taking off all of the foundation that's on my lips. This is the BFF liner, and to line my lips, I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna kind of like overline right on my lower lip, but then just follow my regular lip when I go on the outer corners. And then you're gonna do the same thing at the top, so just overline right here. So you're basically just overlining like the center of your lips and then following your regular line. And then for lipstick, I'm gonna use this. This is like my favorite nude color, and it's from the drugstore, and it's just like the most perfect nude. It's the Loreal Color Reshine lipstick in the shade Glossy Fawn. Such a gorgeous color, and it also has a little bit of sheen. I also got it on my lip, or on my tooth. And yeah, this is a very intense version of the Fox Eye look, and I feel like a way to make it even more intense is to put your hair up. I know that people also do that like elastic trick where you take the two pieces right here and then you just kind of, you know, do that, and that really snatches your face. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to kind of put my hair up in like a super high pony and just keep it very tight, and that kind of creates the same look. Because I tried doing that whole elastic thing, and then I just like had this weird little pony behind my hair, and it was just weird. So I'm just going to put it all the way up. So that is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was my first makeup tutorial, so I feel like I was kind of all over the place, but I feel like as I go, I will get better. Please request any videos that you would want me to make, because I'm just like trying to find new ideas right now. And please leave it a like if you did, and please subscribe if you did as well. And I will see you in my next